let's do the standing committee reports, because the chief does have some matters to talk to us about. I guess, Mr. Ronio, you want to make your report?
Sure, I'll go ahead first. The open space, long-range planning, and community development have not met. Emergency management report. On January 6th, I met with Kenneth Fulger, the Township Emergency Management Coordinator. I received a complete and comprehensive review of all the Township's OEM capabilities and functions. I also received instructions on the issuance of a proclamation of emergency, and hopefully we won't need to use that. And Public Works. Public Works conducted the annual curbside Christmas tree pickup. They began collecting Christmas trees on January 2nd, and they had a drop-off center at Myersville Ball Field and Millington Firehouse. And they collected trees at curbside, and other people brought trees to these locations, and they chipped them into mulch, and they'll return that mulch to the taxpayers at no cost in the spring. They so far have collected 951 trees, and they've chipped them all. They also easily handled the first snow of the season on Friday, January 19th, and the storm had 1 inch of accumulation, and they deployed 5 trucks at 6 a.m. They were finished after 3 hours, and they applied 112 tons of salt to the road. The recent unseasonably warm weather allowed them to begin a stormwater maintenance project where they're cleaning the catch basins and documenting all of the catch basins in the township, and they expect to stay ahead of schedule until spring. That's all.
Mr. Briggs?
So I'd start with the fire. I'd like to say thanks to Gene Starr for his years of service as Chief of Millington, and to congratulate Dennis Lockwood for his role as now elected role as Chief for the Millington Volunteer Fire Department. On that note, Millington is looking to acquire a brush truck to replace the 1969 brush truck, and they submitted and received grant approval from the federal government in the amount of $118,000 towards what is right now spec'd out to be around $155,000. So saving the township substantial dollars. We still don't have a final amount yet, but the grant was obviously a success. And as far as the Sterling Fire Department, they have their dinner coming up on February 3rd, which I'm looking forward to. That's about it on the fire. For Planning Board, approval was given with covenants to bank building across from the PNC on Valley Road on the vacant land there. And that's going to be a work in progress there. Aside from that, I have nothing further.
Mr. Collins?
Currently just have recreation to report on. We'll be meeting among the other boards soon. The Rec Committee is proposing that we review an ordinance that the pavilion only be used on Saturdays and non-holidays during the summer months. So we'll be taking a look at that hopefully in the near future. I think I saw the chair out there, and I know that, Kevin, you asked that maybe I get that over to you in electronic format rather than paper. So if anyone is there, then we can do that, and if not, I'll get that over to you, Kevin. So that's all I have to report right now.
Ms. Genovese?
The first aid dinner was this past Saturday, and it was very, very successful. It was a great event. I have had a meeting with First Aid, and they are having some difficulty with the daytime driver. We've batted around about 5 suggestions, and we have a meeting in 4 or 5 weeks to try to have some resolution on that. So in about a month or 6 weeks, I will give recommendations to the Township Committee on how to solve that problem. The Environmental had the reorg meeting this past Monday, and have some goal setting, which I will, they will solidify, and I will report next time. And the Board of Ed meets on Monday nights. I do work on Monday nights. I have spoken to President Sue Becker, and I will attend meetings when necessary, but I will get updates through their liaison to the Township Committee, Lisa Scanlon, as well as Sue Becker, if Lisa and I cannot reach each other. So they just had a brief meeting on Monday as well. That's all the report.
Thank you. I just have a few things. We met in Finance yesterday, particularly to discuss the bond issue that we're going to talk about. We had our new auditors look at the different charts that we had available to us, and our auditor is recommending the RAP with respect to the payment schedule. In terms of the police and emergency management, you'll hear from the chief a little later. Today, the emergency management office was activated because we had an incident involving Central School, and rather than steal the chief's thunder, I'll let him explain it all when he gets back in. I met with the seniors, and everything over there seems to be going well. They're very happy with the new bus service, and we've got rave reviews about our bus driver, and they're very happy to have that back. The sewer ban committee, the new sewer ban committee is going to be meeting shortly, and immediately we'll be discussing how to get to the bottom of the problems we're facing the sewer ban. I also took a tour of our sewer plant, and there's quite a few items that need work and replacement, so we're going to have the sewer ban committee study that as well. And I don't have anything to add in the planning board other than tomorrow, Rutgers University is coming in to talk about the concepts I talked about before with respect to Valley Road, and we're going to be the subject of a study by them, and hopefully that'll help us get some ideas about what to do with respect to our business districts. And that's all I have. Kevin, your report?
Sure. Back on July 26th of last year, the Township Committee passed by motion and approval to extend time of Resolution 06-045, which is the resolution for the old library, allowing occupancy of the old library. Mr. Graval is the purchaser of that old library, and he's seeking an additional extension as a result of scheduling with the Planning Board, ARC, and his own personal schedule. I had sent to the Township Committee an email on January 11th that this action is required by the Planning Board before moving forward on his application. And therefore, I placed in front of you a copy of the old resolution from 06, as well as the minutes from July that approves his extension. To my knowledge, there's been no problems with him with the occupancy, and I would suggest or request that you approve by motion to extend that for another 6 months to allow him to finish his process.
Is Mr. Graval here? No? Okay.
If you want, we can
I was just going to say, why don't we just take that right now? Does anybody have a question on that? Anybody have a problem extending it?
Nope. No.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to extend it for 6 months.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Aronio?
Yes.
Mr. Briggs?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Genovese?
Yes.
Mayor Vitarera?
Yes.
Thank you. As you know, Assembly Bill number 3857 eliminates the regional contribution agreements as a tool to facilitate municipal compliance with affordable housing. We've been recently notified of that through a couple different agencies, through the League of Municipalities and through some of the adjoining municipalities in Morris County. Long Hill has utilized this tool in the past. In addition, the RCAs are also a component of our housing master plan. And I would recommend that the Long Hill Township governing body consider opposing this legislation, or which would in fact require us to change our housing and master plan. And what that is, if you recall, a couple weeks ago, we did have a municipality that wrote to us and asked us that if we wanted to be a sending agency to them, they would agree to do that. We've utilized this tool before with the city of Newark, and it's a tool that, while we try to continually comply, we feel that it's certainly a tool that we like to maintain on. So I would suggest that we join some of our Morris County counterparts, and hopefully, if there's no action on this bill between now and next meeting, I would suggest that we consider a resolution opposing this Assembly bill. On the next item, Commission 11 notified the Township of its goals to eliminate lead poisoning. They've added 2 components to their programs to combat lead poisoning, which include emergency lead poisoning relocation program, which provides financial assistance to relocate families that have children that have tested positive for lead poisoning. The other program, which may be more beneficial to us, is the Lead Hazard Control Assistance Fund, which provides financial assistance to property owners to remediate lead hazards in their home. We will provide that information on our website and the links that are available for those that into the state's Lead Safe program. New Jersey Transit met with Dustin Leeson, Chief Peoples, and I to discuss a project that they're planning this year. It's a pole replacement project along our train line.